B. Smith Reserve for this round 3 clash between the Moreland Zebras and Brunswick City. My name is Dominic Montesano, and joining me in the box tonight, my co-host Andrew Andreotti. Andrew, welcome to the show, mate.
Dom, how you going?
Very well, mate, very well. Andrew, what can I say, mate? The stadium looks fantastic. There doesn't seem to be a seat in the house free. On a beautiful, balmy night here in Melbourne. Pitch is in absolute fantastic condition, and we're not too far away from getting this game underway.
Yeah, it should be a kick-off between these Moreland municipal rivals here, Dom. Going to be an interesting game. Of course, we were here last week for the thrilling 2-2 draw that the Zebras had with North Geelong. And, of course, Brunswick City coming into here with some decent form as well. But going to be an interesting game tonight. Warm conditions. How do you think the players will take the warmth tonight, Dom?
Look, the boys have been training this week and trying to get it acclimatised to the hotter weather. Obviously, they've had their pre-season and they've been training during the hotter weather. So, it'll tell once we get into the game. I think there's going to be some scheduled drinks breaks as well. The referees have mentioned that, so they will have that during the game. But it's both sides that are going to be up against the heat, I guess, mate. So yeah. They're both going to be suffering with it. So
yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting one, obviously, with the NPL kicking off so early these days, obviously mid to late February, when conditions here in the southern states are still warm. And like I said, obviously in 2 months' time, obviously we'll be discussing a different situation weather-wise, but obviously the players get to play these first 4 or 5 games in relative warmth.
Yes.
But like I said, what's your tips for tonight? What are you looking at for tonight, Dom?
I'm sort of thinking a 2-0 win to the Zebras tonight.
Yeah,
so I'm tipping, definitely.
Goal scorers, do you want to make an early call?
Yeah.
Don't do that. I won't make you do that. But tonight, look, CB Smith tonight is in good condition. Fantastic crowd. The grandstand, guys, is without a lie pretty much full. There's not a spare seat in the house, really. And like I said, the pitch is looking at $1 million. I think we're set for a cracking NPL2 clash, Dom.
We are, as we see some of the young Zebras mascots that walked our players out onto the ground tonight, taking some team photos out there. They must be really excited to be out there at, I think they're under the small-sided Zebras, so from under 8s up to under 10s and 11s. So good on to those Zebras boys who've come down tonight to support their senior boys playing. One quick one before we get the game underway. I want to thank our major sponsors for 2019. So we've got Essendon Jeep, the Mirabella Group, we've got Landtrack Environmental Solutions, Nemcon Pools, Essendon Isuzu, Rosengol Wholesale Foods, Degani in Coburg, Crow Cams, the Metalform Group, and Fletcher Foods. So thank you to all of our major sponsors. That's all of our major sponsors, yes, for the 2019 season. So thank them for their support as both teams near their way into the middle of the park. We'll quickly go through the team lineups before we start. So for visitors, number 15, Kwabena Boheen. Number 11, Ratip Kilali. Number 4, Derby Dexter. Number 19, Nathaniel Foster Brown. Number 23, Nathaniel Fox. Number 7, Nicholas Gonzalez. Number 1, Sebastian Matai. Number 3, George Mikel. Number 10, Juan Portillo. Number 16, Kobe Timms. And number 8, Ali Turgut. For the Zebras, we've got number 6, Luke Aaron Devitt. 10, Thomas Barafrosh. Number 16, David De Cardamode. Number 1, Fraser Chalmers. Number 14, James Papademetru. Number 12, Garen Preen. Number 3, Nick Simioy. Number 17, Captain Cameron Watson. Number 5, Matthew Watley. Number 11, Jacob Williams. And number 4, Tremaine Sadler. As the game is underway here now at CB Smith.
We are, Dom, and just for the listeners' benefit, we have Brunswick City kicking towards the northern end of the ground, which we'll call the Sydney end, and the Zebras kicking towards the southern end of the ground.
Landtrack, Nemcon Pools, Rosengol, and Essendon Jeep end of the ground.
We do, and the Zebras kicking towards the city end of the ground, which of course I think is the Essendon Jeep end of the ground.
That's the Essendon Jeep, Mirabella end, and Fletcher Foods end.
Yes, there you go.
Bit of a mouthful there, but we appreciate the sponsors for their support in 2019. As Fraser there for the Moreland Zebras, the custodian in goals, clears one out there and goes out for a throw-in for Brunswick City here on the grandstand side of the ground.
And we do have, looks like number 15 there, Kwabena Boheen for Brunswick City, about to take the throw-in. Listeners, looking for some options there. The ball is back in play, picked up there by Brunswick City.
Gonzalo.
Yes.
The player there for Brunswick. Ex-Zebras player, played with the Zebras under-20s a few years ago. Came through the junior acts for a couple of years. As Fraser now for the Zebras. Comes out wide, switches across, finds Simioy out in the wing. Airport side of the ground, tries to find a pass through the middle, does manage to get through now. Zebras in attack. Oh, Papadimitri turned but couldn't get the ball through, and Brunswick City able to clean that one there up.
City now with the ball, and they're looking for some options there, about third of the way up the field. Brunswick City now with the ball there, looking for some options now on the grandstand side of the ground. Picked up there as they move into attack now, Brunswick City, but the ball is cleared out of play there by young the Watsley, who had a cracker game last week against North Geelong, Dom.
Definitely did, yes. Watley coming across from Dandenong City last year, the promoted Dandenong City into MPL. So good acquisition there for the Zebras during the pre-season. As Brunswick City bring it back in now. Switch goes across the ground. And through the middle there, Fox. Long ball over the top. Finds his teammate, Turgut. Turgut there trying to line up. Finds Gonzalo. No, that's Portillo. And sort of a half shot, half cross there. Easily picked up by the Zebras goalkeeper.
And Chalmers does put the ball back into play there. Dom now on the airport side of the ground. And like I said, that was just a nice and neat little passing there with the Zebras. Defensive third is again just keeping the ball close to the airport side of the ground there. Looking for some options forward, but the Brunswick City do intercept, and now Brunswick City now look to for attacking options. Dom.
Here we go. So Portillo once again, but turned over. Cardamone with the ball going down the line, but lost a little bit of, got the bad first touch on that occasion, and ball trickles out over the line.
Yep, Brunswick City throwing on the grandstand side of the ground. A very busy grandstand tonight. City looking for some options. They find their man, get the ball, and just a few cute little passes there in the back third. But Zebras do intercept, and the ball is out of play on the halfway line and to be thrown in. Yes, Sadler sees it over. Came from a minor injury in the pre-season, so making his debut for the Zebras tonight for season 2019. Came across from Dandenong City last year as well. So all the best of luck for Tremaine Sadler there on the right-hand side of the ground as the ball gets cleared out for another Brunswick City throw. And in deep in their attacking half, Zebras got a little bit of work to do now just to defend the throw-in as ball gets brought back into play. Williams gets there in front but can't win it back. Teams up there with Papadimitri now and Simioi. They managed to get the ball out. Watson, captain for the Zebras, comes out wide now. Jacob Williams, long one over the line, looking for Papadimitri, tried to get the ball around but couldn't get it down. Cardamone now, centre of the park for the Zebras. Switches across, finds his teammate there. Looking for the option forward, still going through. Check from behind, referee's given the free kick there for the Zebras. First free kick of the game there. Yeah, Garen Preen there had a good run, Dom, and like I said, I've been impressed with Garen Preen. I saw him last week, obviously, against North Geelong, but the Welsh imports for the Zebras this year, like I said, having a good first couple of games so far, and they're impressed with his sort of cheeky attacking style, but I think he's got some quality there from what I've seen. Definitely, mate. Brings the Welsh talent from overseas here into the Zebras, gives us a bit more of a multicultural feel to the club. Yes. As Watson goes the short one, looks like a training yard drill. There he is there, Preen. Comes back out to, Gonzalo for Brunswick City. Gets the breakaway now. Watson chasing him. Zebras get back well. They hunt in packs when they go through and weren't going to give him the easy ball out of there. And three Zebras just encroached on him and he had nowhere to go. Zebras win possession back. Simioi now out wide. In front of his respected technical area there. Comes back into the middle. Williams with the ball. Getting a few touches there, Williams and Simioi early. Williams once again still holding... Oh, sorry, that's not Williams. No, that's... I apologise. That was Aaron Devitt. That was Devitt, They look alike from this far up, so both got the ponytail. Out wide, Tremaine Sadler with it now. Looking for the run down, but it's blocked off there by Portillo, and it's a Zebras throw-in. Just be careful there. That ball ricocheted into the crowd, and plenty of targets to aim for here in the crowd tonight. Jam-packed stadium. Great to see here for the first game for the Moreland Zebras here on a Friday night. Friday night football, Don. What do you make of it? Just quickly. I actually love the Friday night games, mate. I used to be a fan of the Monday night games when the Zebras used to play Monday night. So, I'm more of a fan of a Monday night and a Friday night or a Monday night than I am on the weekend. So, it just gives it a different vibe when you hear it at the ground, especially in a night game, and it's easier for our junior kids and parents to come down after work on a Friday and watch a great game of football. Very cool. Cardamone turns now. Aaron Devitt out wide. Back to our little import there in Preen. Still turns, gets into the box, but puts too much on it there, and Brunswick City able to clean that one there up. Looking for the clearance. Ball goes down the line. Gonzalo, quick flick over the top.
Sort of got the better of Watley on that occasion. Got the quick flick. Williams coming in there now to attack, and Watson there to clean up for the Zebras. Easy tap through. Finds Devitt in the middle. Comes out wide to Papadimitriou, who's come out wide a little bit there, pushed out from the front. He could see early on he was getting a few players behind him, wasn't giving him enough space, so he's opened up a little bit. Coming back out wide. Preem with the ball, controls it, brings it down well. Runners going. Cardamone now onto it. Cardamone left foot cross. Oh, just cut off there by another Brunswick City defender, and they're able to get out of it.
Brunswick City now, Dom, attacking, going to the airport side of the ground with an option out there. Got plenty of space now, the Brunswick City out wide, airport side of the ground. The City defence is mobilising back into position, but City still with the ball, airport side of the ground. Been an interesting sort of first 10-12 minutes of play. Overall, what do you think so far?
It has been, yeah. It's been an even contest, both teams having chances going long, but no one really testing out either of the goalkeepers as yet. As Gonzalo comes out wide, wins the ball, but can't keep his feet, and Tremaine Sadler cleaning that one there up. Watley into the middle now, turns, finds the captain Watson. He's got a bit of space to turn now. Been impressed with Watson's performance in the midfield over the first 3 games of the season. He's, his first instinct is get it, turn, and go forward. Like, it wasn't something that we sort of had last year. It was more of a defensive mindset last year, and Watson's brought that into the Zebras game this year, which is great to see.
I think, obviously, coming from an A-League background, he's had a couple of years in that professional scene. Maybe that professional scene might have taught him a few things, maybe been a bit calmer on the ball.
Definitely,
a bit more composure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As Papadimitriou now turns, great ball, finds Simioi, just manages to keep it in. Yep, still in play. Simioi gets around one defender, looking to open up, goes the cross. Papadimitriou with the header, and it's just over the bar. No, it's come off a defender, so it's a corner kick there. First meaningful attack of the game there for the Zebras, and the first real shot in anger on goal. So Zebras corner.
Been following James Papadimitriou for a few years, Dom, in the NPL2 system. I'm impressed with his attacking style. I think he's a really good player. Like I said, one of those hard workers, but has got some style to his play, though. He was
an ex-Zebra as well, mate, so returning player to the club as well with the Zebras for a number of years. So great to see him back at the club in season 2019.
Moreland Zebras now with the corner kick, guys, from the airport side of the ground. Short pass there as they switch it back to Watson. Watson's got the ball just in front of the Brunswick technical area, puts the ball into the
high and wide, and it's just gone out for a goal kick, I think. Nearly went out for a throw-in, but sort of another training ground drill there with the corner, but Zebras unable to put a decent attack on goal for that one. So it's a goal kick there for Brunswick City.
It does look like the Zebras have been working on during the week a few little training-specific exercises there for match play.
As we're just, sorry mate, just having a look at the referees, just having a look, he's thinking that the ball's actually flat.
The life and
we don't want to criticise the referees too much, but I think one of their jobs at the start of the game is to actually have a look and make sure the balls are pumped up correctly. But it's good work there from our match officials. We appreciate everything they do for our game.
It's one of the niceties of NPL football, Dom, where, like I said, a few of those imperfections do come in every now and then.
That and getting team sheets 2 minutes before kick-off. So. As Brunswick comes out, but it's come off as Brunswick player there for a throw, and Portillo there couldn't get the ball under control. Zebras take the quick throw. Watley tries to win it back, but it's Brunswick City with possession now. Meaning forward run. Portillo spreading out now. Gonzalez as well. Ball gets laid off there, and the Zebras goalkeeper able to pick that one up. Quick throw out. Looking for Devitt, who he finds now. Devitt takes a touch, passes it out wide. Papadimitriou with the ball out wide now. Turns, comes back into the middle. Goes to link up with Cardamone, I think it was, and he's given away a free kick. Yes, he has a free kick there for Brunswick City. As they'll bring the ball back into play. No, referee's called a throw-in, so it wasn't a free kick. Ball played on. Throw-in taken now in front of the Crocams sign there on the airport side of the ground as they try and make their way out. Zebras doing a very good job. Close them in, and it's gone out for a corner. Brilliantly done there by the Zebras. They closed the play. They didn't give them any easy option out. They could have just booted it, but they didn't. And then they've tried to pass it back to their goalkeeper, and it's gone out for a Zebras corner.
Almost a schoolboy error there, Dom.
It looked like, didn't it? There was a comedy of errors that occurred there in that play. I think the goalkeeper's like, no, you should have turned and gone out the first time. He came back a second time, and no one was ready and powered that pass into his own player, and it's gone out for a corner for the Zebras. Second one of the game for the Moreland Zebras. Let's see how they go on this occasion.
Yeah, airport side of the ground, listeners and viewers. Like I said, but the Zebras attacking well, finding a few gaps on that sort of that right wing.
Definitely, yeah. Papadimitriou, as I said, he's spreading out wide and creating those options, which is great to see. Corner coming in now, high front post aiming there. Couldn't find a Zebras player, and it was that. That was got out for a throw-in. So
I thought I saw the captain's armband there, but
can
I
we
could
tour?
be
No,
mistaken.
it looked like it was Tremaine Sadler that took the shot there.
Yeah.
There's another point as to why defenders shouldn't shoot.
About 20 minutes in, guys, here at CB Smith Reserve. Score is still 0-0. You're with Dom Montesano and Andrew already calling the game for you. MPL2 action live between Moreland Zebras and Brunswick City. Dom.
We've got some scores around the ground. There's a few games going on tonight, including an A-League game. So the A-League game, Sydney FC 1, Adelaide United 0 at half-time. We've got the MPL Victoria. Bentley Greens have just scored. 28th minute, Bentley 1, Green Gully 0. Dandenong City 0, Pascoe 0. As we just look at the Zebras there, was an offside call. Gives them a bit more time to go through the rest of the results. Dandenong City 0, Pascoe 0, 13 minutes in. And we've also got Oakley Cannon 0, Dandenong Thunder 1, 14 minutes in. And there is a second goal. So a couple of quick goals in succession there. 27th minute and 28th minute for Bentley. So they've taken a 2-0 lead over Green Gully. And looking at the MPL Tasmania League, Hobart Olympia 1, South Hobart 0. Sounds like a little bit of a derby down there, I think. As Zebras get ball under control again. Williams now with possession. Looking back into the middle, finds Devitt. Back into Cardamone now, turns. Check late though. Lucky there. I don't think being early in the game, first tackle, I think the referee will let that go. He hasn't given a yellow for that one, but could have easily been awarded. Devitt now with the ball out wide to Simioy. Simioy looking forward. Preen now with the cross through. You can see Preen and Papadimitriou have actually swapped sides. They've switched to play across. So Papadimitriou coming here on the grandstand side of the ground.
I'm really impressed with that Zebras attacking formations. I'm like I said, I was impressed with both Papadimitriou and Preen during the week. Well, then we have to nickname him P&P as their combo during as they develop during
mate. No, exactly.
P&P.
Yep, definitely.
Yes.
Remember, we've still got players still to come back into this side. So main one missing out of that attacking front is big striker Nick Niagoran. So he's always a presence when he's out there. But Zebras now. Watley takes a shot and it's in. There we go. Watley with the goal for the Moreland Zebras.
1-0, guys, here at CB Smith Reserve. It is Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1, and that was scored by Watley, that goal. And like I said, good little bit of play there. The Zebras were peppering the Brunswick City goal there, but like I said, the pressure paid off. And like I said, current scoreline here at CB Smith Reserve is Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 0. As we await play to restart here, like I said, we are about 20 minutes in so far. And like I said, very warm night. The crowd enjoyed that one. As Dom, we welcome you back as live play kicks off again.
Crowd excited with that one. We can see how many of the Moreland Zebras fans are here in the crowd, and they absolutely love that goal. So brilliant build-up by the Zebras, and pressure paying off early. So it's the Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 0, as Brunswick bring us back into play. Long one over the top. Sadler set underneath it there with Portillo, putting the pressure on there. Portillo going into the corner now. Sadler keeping the pressure on, not giving an easy option there to turn, but manages to get it out. Cross comes through, blocked by Sadler, brilliantly done. Gonzalo now for City with the ball, comes back out wide, finds his teammate in Timms.
Yep,
Timms then switches into the middle, long one over the top, looking for the run out wide. Simio there putting the pressure on. It's number 11, Kaleli with the ball for City. Simio holding him up. Ball comes back through to Kaley there. No lines and flag. Ball's played on. Cross comes in. Watley behind it there. Headers it out. Only as far as... who we got out there? 23. Fox sends another one in there. Ball gets crossed in. Cross comes through and it's an equaliser.
Gonzalez there with the goal. Nick Gonzalez with the equaliser for Brunswick City. Viewers and listeners. Current scoreline here at CB Smith Reserve is Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1. About 23 minutes in. That was Nick Gonzalez there, number 7, with the goal for Brunswick City. Good little bit of play. And like I said, the Brunswick City did respond quickly to the Moreland Zebras goal. Nick Gonzalez has been threatening at stages during the game, but like I said, that even Nick Gonzalez, Dom, has been pressuring during the game. And
he has been. He's been getting into some dangerous positions there, and unfortunately we couldn't clear it. The header from Watley came out, but didn't really get into an area where was safe for the Zebras. It was outside the 18-yard box. An easy ball came back through, and he was able to finish there. Back locked in at 1-1. So a couple of quick goals here at CB Smith to vamp things up a little bit. As Preen with the ball now. Comes back out wide. Zebras just settling now under the ball. Watley with the ball. Goal scorer for the Zebras. Goes out wide. Finds Simioy. Simioy with it. Long through now. Finds Papadimitriou, who's made the swap again with Preen. Comes back looking for Devitt, but couldn't get to that ball, and it's cleared well over the top there into the neighbouring pitches at CB Smith Reserve for a Zebras throw-in. As you can see, there's a... we're getting that ball back, I think. Not too sure. I can see shadows running around in that pitch at the back there, so we'll see if those kids that are over there playing return that ball. As it's going to stop in play there now, waiting for a
match ball.
We're waiting for another match ball.
Yeah, it appears to be something happening in play here, Dom. Like I said, it could be either waiting for the match ball or here we go. There's a ball coming down from the Zebras technical area.
Come out of the shadows there. He's got a ball. It's on the second pitch here at CB Smith Reserve. We've got someone returning the ball.
It's all
as the marshals make their way across there to get that ball, but throw it for the Zebras. Here we go now. Back through the middle. Cardamone with it. Tries to turn in. Can't turn. Been held onto there a little bit. Referee calling play on. Sadler comes back out wide. Finds Preen. Preen with the ball now. Having a look. One touch. Turns back in. Tries to go for the cross. Doesn't. Still turning. Still turning Preen. Held onto there. Referee calling play on. He's just got his hands up in the air. Not asking the ref where the foul was. Nothing doing. Play on's the call. As Williams comes across. Goes to switch. But no, still in possession. Williams. Still calm as ever. Williams brilliantly done. Trying to find Preen. Finds no. Turned over. But Whatley able to get there into space and control that ball for the Zebras.
One thing, speaking of the defensive combo there, Dom, as ball is back in play with the Zebras attacking on the airport side of the ground, the defensive combo of your Williams, your Whatley and your Simeo, I found them really solid last week. And again, there's Simeo and Watson and Williams have switched sides to last week. But again, just that defensive pairing looks really solid, or that defensive trio.
As Whatley with the ball, definitely through. Williams with the ball now for the Zebras. Takes a couple of touches, back to Whatley. Whatley, go to Cardamone. Yep, he does. Cardamone with it. Davide Cardamone. Second year here at the club. There's a brilliant ball over the top to Preen. Runs into a little bit of space there. Attacking half for the Zebras. Turn brilliantly done by Preen there. Sold the dummy. Header comes through. Probably the meter through, and it's just wide. And the ball trickles over the line for a goal kick. Another great shot there for the Zebras. And unfortunately, his header just wasn't on target at that time. But brilliant play there. Great pass there from Tremaine Saddle over the top to find Preen. Then he dummied that cross through and beat that defender and got it in there. Perfect pinpoint pass to Papa Dimitri, but just couldn't finish. Unlucky there for the Zebras.
Yeah, the P&P combination is starting to
definitely
work. Yeah. As the ball is back in play, viewers, like I said, the ball, Brunswick City now, you through their keeper, putting the ball back on the airport side of the ground. Brunswick City do pick it up there in front of their technical area. Bit of interplay there. They are finding there about halfway across the field now. But the Zebras do intercept, and they do look to attack to the airport side of the ground. Dom.
Watson now with the ball. Zebras are doing well, winning that ball back. Watson back to Williams. Williams cross to Whatley. Whatley now back across airport grandstand side of the ground. Tremaine Sadler back to Whatley. Just misses the touch there, but in a bit of space. No pressure really there. Williams takes a couple of touches, looking his options forward. He's got Devitt making a run. Ignores that. Referees not called any. There's a foul. Haven't seen what he's called. He's called a throw-in.
Well, given the heat policies on, were you probably expecting a drinks break soon, or what would be
Surely,
the
I think
expectations?
it probably. We've only played the 20 minutes, so maybe the 22nd minute or so. We'll see what the referee thinks.
Yep.
But ball comes in now. Preen looking to link up there. Sadler just let the ball run, and the defender easily there picked up for Brunswick City. Switch back into the middle now. Fox across through, goes out wide, finds Chilele with the ball there now. Switch over the top, looking for the run there of...
that was 15, which is Bowaheen.
Yeah, but Fraser there. Fraser Chalmers for the Zebras, easily picking that one there up. Let's have a look. Cardamone, long one over the top, looking for Sadler. Can't find him. Ball turned over once again. Battle there in the middle. Portillo goes for the kick, and he's claimed for the... there was a touch there. Last touch from Sadler for the Zebras. And it'd be a Brunswick throw-in. As the Brunswick travelling supporters there at the Jeep Mirabella Fletcher Foods side of the ground, making a little bit of noise there now. They've got some instruments there as well. They've got their drums and so forth, so they're having a great time here tonight. As a free kick there now for Sadler. Quickly taken, finds Watson, can't get the ball under control. Bowaheen now wins it for the Zebras. No, Watson takes it. Free kick given. One illegally there by the referee said, so it's a free kick there for Brunswick City, centre of the ground. We played 22 minutes here at CB Smith. It's a Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1 in what's been a pretty close contest up to now, hasn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, it has, Dom. It's been an entertaining game to watch so far. Like I said, both teams have got a goal each, obviously, but plenty of chances of both teams. And like I said, the ball's been spread across the park really well so far. And like I said, good conditions, good crowd, good atmosphere. And like I said, early in the season, players are fit. So I think it's a set for, I think, more goals in this game, Dom.
Definitely. Brunswick City last week playing out that 5-3 thriller against Werribee City. They were up 3-1 at one stage, and then Werribee City coming back and scoring 4 consecutive goals to win the game 5-3 there. So you could tell that the fitness side of things, they did drop off a little bit there last week from all reports from the ground there in that game. As the ball gets sent through across, Preen on the end of that now, looking for it, but goalkeeper there for the Brunswick City team, easy picked up.
Yep, Seb Maddai there. Seb Maddai, the ex-Victory keeper. So these days, Brunswick City. And like I said, ball is back in play for Brunswick City. Attacking on the northern side of the ground. There is a shot there.
Goes down. Looked like a handball. Yep, the referee's given it. A bit of an obvious one there. He sort of went to ground and then controlled it with his arm. So referee calling another free kick there for the Moreland Zebras.
Yep, about 23 minutes in here. Moreland Zebras attacking airport side of the ground. Ball is intercepted by Brunswick City at the moment. And like I said, here we go through number 10 there. And that is, of course, Juan Portillo with the ball.
Reports last year during the transfer window was going to come across to the Zebras, but nothing eventuated last year. As ball comes out now, Devitt for the Zebras, wins it. Tremaine Sadler tries to link up with Cardamone, but sort of backed off a little bit there from the ball. Now Brunswick in possession with the ball coming out. Pressure on, but Watley cleaning that one there up. Simui under a bit of pressure as well. Comes out wide, finds Papademetriou. In a bit of space now, Papademetriou. Get back into the middle. Finds Williams. Williams, long one over the top. Brilliant cross ball there for Preen. He gets on the end of this one now. Looking for his runners 3. Oh, brilliant foul. Oh, yeah, that's got to be a yellow card. Has to be. Yep, referee, no hesitation on that one. He's done it 2 or 3 times, and then that's it. The referee said, no, your number's going in my book, son.
Darcy Dexter there, Dom, that was for Brunswick City with that. So rather, let's call it agricultural challenge.
Definitely.
On Preen, but like I said, again, the combination of Papademetriou and Preen is starting to get some fire there, Dom.
Definitely that PP combination, as you named it earlier, mate. We'll make sure that catches on this season.
We will. But just listeners, we do have Moreland Zebras attacking on the grandstand side of the ground. There's a free kick to them. Cameron Watson is the free kick taker. Just on the edge of the box there, but Watson puts it in.
Quick one. Oh, keeper got a touch to it. Looks like the players are getting up, so it's still in play. I thought there might have been a collision there with one of his defenders, but brilliantly done there by Matai, the goalkeeper for Brunswick City, as City now managed to clear. Gonzalo now with it, making his way around the ground. He's making doing a fair few kilometres there, Gonzalo, making his way into good spots for Brunswick City, as it is a throw-in now in front of the Brunswick City technical area for the visiting side. Just waiting for the throw-in to come in. The assistant referee on the sideline saying that the other soccer ball is now ready and inflated to the correct PSI for the Football Victoria standards here.
I'm sure young footballers out at the FFL will be happy with that one, Dom, but we'll carry on. Ball's back in play with Brunswick City, and there is interception there by the Zebras.
That looked a bit weird there. He took the throw and went straight to a Zebras player. It was like he was picking out one of the Zebras players. He must have got like a deer in the headlights, I think it was then. He didn't know who he was throwing to, but Zebras win the possession back, and a free kick in the middle of the ground.
Yep, Cameron Watson with the ball at the moment. Passes it to Aaron Devitt at the moment, who switches it across to
Tremaine Sadler.
Yes.
Sadler all the way back to Chalmers now. Goalkeeper and goals there for the Zebras. Ex-Melbourne Knights. Played for the Melbourne Knights last season. Coming across to the Zebras in the pre-season. As Sadler decided to go through. Decided to go back now. All the way back to Watley. Watley switches across the ground. Finds Williams. Williams no doubt he's going along looking for the run of Papademetriou, but went on the same wavelength, unfortunately, there on that occasion. The ball trickles out for another Brunswick City throw-in deep in their defensive half. As we have a look at some score updates from around the ground. So it's 42 minutes gone. Bentley Greens 2, Green Gully 0. Dandenong City 0, Pascoe 0. 27 minutes gone. And 27 minutes gone, Oakley Cannon 0. Dandenong Thunder 2. So Dandenong doubling their advantage there. And Hobart Olympia 1, South Hobart 0 there in the Tasmania T-League.
I'm sure it's a cracker night down in Hobart.
Oh, definitely, mate. Don't know if it'd be as hot as here. They've had some hot weather there lately, though, so who knows what the conditions are there, but I'd dare say it'd be a lot cooler than it is here in Melbourne at the moment.
For sure.
As a throw in there for the visitors in Brunswick City, taking it there. Front of the technical area for the Moreland Zebra, for the Brunswick City. Once again, we want to thank our major sponsors here at Moreland Zebras, Nemcon Pools, Degani Coburg, Land Track Environmental Solutions, Jeep, or Essendon Jeep, Essendon Isuzu, and Mirabella Group. As the throw-in comes in, Zebras now with possession. Williams, back to Chalmers. Big kick out of the ground, and he's nearly hit one of the officials there with the ball there, but great clearance. A little bit under pressure and just had to get it out of there and out of trouble for the Zebras. Brunswick now with the throw in front of the Zebras technical area. Faster there on his feet, the coach for the Moreland Zebras, just barking out some instructions for his boys as Zebras win that one there back once again. Cardamone now into the middle of the park, gets chopped, and the referee said, yep, that's another free kick.
Yeah,
slowing it down.
Davide Cardamone, again, a hard work and attacking midfielder there. Again, his work rate's really good. His ethics really impressed me, Dom. And like I said, I'm expecting another big game from him.
Definitely, yeah. No, he's been fantastic. A fantastic acquisition there for the Zebras since he came to the club last year. And his brother Steph also joined us last year in the transfer window. Steph scoring the equalising goal last week for the Moreland Zebras. So coming off the bench last week, doing well. There's another foul there. Portillo, referee's picked it. Just going to see whether he's going to go to his pocket. He's going to have a chat to him. He's telling him, that's it, mate. It's your last chance. Either go the ball or you're going to get in the book as well. So another free kick there for the Moreland Zebras. Their 8th free kick of the night. As Tremaine Sadler now standing behind the ball and deciding whether he's going to leave for Watson. Yep, he does. Watson will take it. Goes the cheeky one there. Finds Preen. Preen with it. Turns. He's got a bit of space. He's like, hang on a second. Cross comes in. Looking for his mate there, Mr. PP in Papadimitru, but not a word. I don't think they were on the same wavelength on that occasion. First time for the game because they've been okay for the first 30-odd minutes of this game, but unfortunately they couldn't link up. Throw in now for Brunswick City deep in their defensive half.
City now with the ball, and they, like I said, Zebras do intercept there. Papadimitru with the ball on the airport side of the ground.
Sorry, mate, there's a 4th throw in a row that they've gone and straight to a Zebras player. I just find it bemusing.
Ball back in play. It is ball back in play, Dom.
Oh, should have chested it down there. Williams didn't. Decide to go the header. Now comes out to Gonzalo, then to Portillo. Portillo with the ball now. Looking at his options forward. Plays it. Looking for the path of Gonzalo, but Tremaine Sadler getting back there for the Zebras and clears it out for another Brunswick City throw-in deep into Zebras' defensive half. And it's Portillo, I think it is, takes it, goes with the throw. Back out to his teammate in Timms. Timms switches across into the middle to Fox. Fox goes out wide. Scoreboard side of the ground there, looking for the options. Simua putting the pressure on, not giving them an easy turn. Brilliantly done by the Zebras. Still pushing him out wide. Further back. And the referee's found a free kick. Yep, he's been deemed to have got more of him than he did of the ball. So it's a free kick there for Brunswick City.
It's what we call in industry, Dom, an enthusiastic challenge.
It was a very enthusiastic challenge. As the free kick's taken quickly. Back into the middle of the park now. Dexter for City. Takes a couple of touches, looking for his options forward. Finds Portillo, tries to get under control. Gets a lot on it though, heads towards the touchline. Portillo holding on to Preen there. Preen just smartly done there. You can tell the just the instinct of those players that come from overseas, mate. He just knew that the play was coming. Didn't have to do anything stupid, just saw the ball go over the line. Throwing for the Zebras.
1-1 here, listeners, at CB Smith Reserve. And like I said, Zebras now with the ball, taking on the grandstand side of the ground. The referee has stopped play. He's asking for a rethrow, and what are we asking for?
He stepped too forward to take that throw, so asking him to move back a little bit. We have had a goal in the MPL encounter between Bentley Greens and Green Gully. It's now Bentley Greens 2, Green Gully 1, so half-time score there as Gully get one back before the break.
Which ground's that one at? Is that at
Bentley's ground? That's at Bentley's ground, yes. So they're playing in Bentley tonight.
So Gully would be in non-green tonight, we dare say.
Yes.
Shirt, yes.
Yes, definitely. As Dexter now in the middle of the park. Brilliant pass now. Finds Portillo. Portillo links up with Timms. Timms with the ball. Tries to get in, but sat down by the Zebras. Brilliantly done. Sadler. Long one over the top. Looking for the run there of Barafrosh. Haven't called his name at all tonight. So
Bufferosh.
Bufferosh. Sorry, mate.
Yes.
Bufferosh.
Yes.
Just, Getting the pronunciation right there.
Yes.
He's sort of been missing a little bit tonight. I haven't seen him. That's why it's the first time we've called him for the night. But I'm sure he's probably putting pressure on other parts of the ground there, giving the space for our 2P players, Preen and Papadimitriou. As ball comes through the middle now. Finds Boheen now with the ball, switches through, but Sadler comes out. Big clearance over top. Barrafrosh now running into a difficult between two defenders there. Got in front, into the 18-yard box. Still turns back. Brilliantly done by Barrafrosh there. Lays it off. Devitt takes it. Looks for his left. No, decides to go out wide. Finds Preen now. Preen holds it. Looks to take on the defender. Does. Makes himself some room. Turns again. That dummy again. Onto his left. Brilliant cross. Papadimitriou backing off. Oh, just got a touch. You could sort of tell he was waiting for it to drop for him. It didn't. It took a deflection and sort of put him off a little bit. Still with possession now, the Zebras. Simeoi into the 18-yard box. He's checked. Nope, wins it back though. So Brunswick still not out of it. Zebras with the ball. Watson having a look at these options forward. Finds Devitt there. And, yep, Devitt gets the ball now back for the Zebras. Turns. Still trying to get through. Still possession the Zebras. I don't know how they've held on to that there, but they've done fantastically well to get out of there. Cardamone now. Switch over the top. Finds that man Preen once again. Fair few touches for Preen early in this game. As it comes out wide to Sadler now. Sadler looking to get onto his left. Turns back to Watley. Watley into the middle. Cardamone back to Preen. Devitt, sorry. No. Who was that? That was Tremaine Sadler. Turns in. Watley now. Turns up to goal. Tries to... No. Blocked off by the defender. Back to Preen out wide. Zebras putting a lot of pressure now on Brunswick City. Cross comes in. Looking for Papadimitriou. Another one there. Waiting for it to drop. The defender gets in the way. Papadimitriou picks up from the back there now. Cross comes in. Off the head of Watley there, I think it was. Yes. Looking for his second of the game, but unfortunately just over the top of the bar there. But good play there. Last 5 minutes from the Zebras. Great pressure up forward, Andrew. They've switched it on a little bit there now.
Yeah, some great persistence, and definitely from what I can see between Preen and Papadimitriou, the P&P combination, they must be something in training happening, some synergy or some understanding, because definitely in match play, both players seem to be finding each other a fair bit tonight. So I reckon a really good combination is forming there, Dom.
Definitely are, yes. The two boys playing for the first time this year at the Zebras. So. Yeah. Linking up well together as the long kick comes out for Matai now. Comes out wide. Looking for Boaheen. But Chalmers there for the Zebras. Collects it. Tells his players, calm down. We've got this under control, boys. Out wide now to Simeoi it is. Yes, Simeoi. Back to Williams in the middle. Williams across to Watley. Zebras just happy to build up play. Looking for the run there. Preen making it, but ignored. Back to Williams. Williams takes a couple of touches. Looking forward. Back to Watley. Watley with the ball. Sadler making a run but ignored. Devitt turned over in the middle of the park. Gonzalo out wide. Finds Portillo now. Portillo takes a touch. Cardamone coming in. And referee's called another foul there. Deemed to have tackled him illegally. And it's going to be a free kick deep near the corner flag there for Brunswick City. 36 minutes gone here. 35 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1.
Is Portillo a direct import? Straight from overseas?
No, I don't think he is.
Okay.
I think he's an Australian
locally raised
player. I think so, yes.
Locally raised, okay. Ball is back in play, listeners. Portillo there as the referee does stop play. There is a player down at the moment for Brunswick City. Looks like number 15, Kwabena Boaheen at the moment. He's been active in this first half.
I saw the incident. He actually ran into the back of Simeoi's shoulder, unfortunately. Nothing doing there from Simeoi. He was standing there marking his ground, and as he's turned, he's just sort of accidentally run into him, so gets back up on his feet.
Viewers, we've had balls kicked out of stadiums, deflated balls. It's all happening here at NPL2. Action tonight at CB Smith Reserve. Back in play. Dom.
Watson there. Referee's called a free kick against Preen. Don't know how he saw that one from there. They're both players going up in the air to challenge for the ball, and Preen did win the ball, but referee's deemed it's another foul. So it's another free kick there for Brunswick City. A little bit more of a dangerous position now. Just outside the 18-yard box, grandstand side of the ground.
Yeah, over the ball at the moment, Dom, for Brunswick City is number 10. That is Juan Portillo. Number 8, Ali Turgut. Bit of a chat there between the Spanish boys, the Spanish-blooded boys in Gonzalez and Portillo. So maybe discussing an attacking little trick there. But at the moment, Turgut and Portillo over the ball.
So it's going to be a right footer. Yep, it is. Turgut with the cross in. Back post there. And Chalmers got a hand on it. Wasn't sure about it, so managed to get a fist to it and gets it out to safety. But it's a corner now for Brunswick City. Second one of the game for them.
Almost could have let that one run out, Dom. Almost looked like the ball was going to head out.
I think the two players running at him sort of put him off a little bit and just thought, you know what, let's be safe and just get it out. So we'd rather him be safe than sorry.
Fair call.
Now, Brunswick City with the throw-in, with the corner, sorry. A couple of players there on the edge. We've got Preen and we've got Devitt there. Cross comes in. Watson easily clears that one there out. Ball high up in the air. Gonzalo underneath it. Devitt underneath it as well. Used his arms. Yeah, he did, definitely. Referee's called a free kick. Fails to DMH, just not impressed there on the sidelines, putting his hands up in the air. Don't think he's got... not really. I don't think he's... he can have too much to complain about. That was definitely a free kick.
No, I think young Williams might be doing the oranges at half-time in the change
quite possibly, quite possibly, definitely. Yeah.
But we do have a free kick to Brunswick City on the airport side of the ground. Like I said, still 1-1 here, guys, at the moment. Moreland Zebras, Brunswick City, CB Smith Reserve. A very warm Friday night. City put the ball back in play, Dom.
Ball comes through. Williams underneath it, gets a head on it and puts it out for safety. Another corner, third one now. Couple of corners in quick succession here for Brunswick City, edging towards the half-time break here at CB Smith Reserve. Still plenty of car parks and space here for people to come down. If you're in the area or you want to come down and watch some quality NPL football, get down here to CB Smith Reserve as Brunswick City setting up to take the corner. Can't actually tell who's taking the corner because they're hiding behind one of the stadium poles here.
Portillo. It's one
Portillo with it. There we go. Portillo's taking it.
Yep.
Have to commend the architects that designed this stadium. Put the light towers in the most ideal locations here. Ideal for viewing.
The technical term, Dom, as an engineer by day, the technical term is the lux level.
The lux level. That's
the lux level. That's the technical terms.
I'm sure they could have got the lux level by moving the poles out of the side of the patrons and especially the commentary team up here.
Yes, need that lux level of the Moreland Council engineers, but we've got it. It's all happening. Yes.
At least the lights haven't gone out tonight.
That's right.
As another header goes out all the way over the top into the second ground that's not lit up there at the moment. So the Zebras marshal will make his way out there to go retrieve that ball. Must be a fun job tonight to be a marshal out on the ground with this heat, mate.
And there's no lux on that ground.
There's no lux on that ground at all. There you go. No lux whatsoever out there. As the ball comes out wide now. Tremaine Sadler with it. Preen back to Sadler. Sadler under pressure now. Turns, lucky there to get away with that one. Still with it. Nope, turned over. Portillo comes out wide now. Finds Boheen. Boheen now switches into the middle. Finds Gonzalo. Goal scorer for Brunswick City. Sets up. Comes through. Brilliant tackle there by Devitt. Yep, it was Devitt for the Zebras, but only as far as... ball smothered, ricocheted out as Papademetro comes out with it now for the Zebras. Takes control. And what's happened there? Oh, there's a player down, Tremaine Sadler here in front of the commentary team. Stayed down a little bit ginger after that tackle there where he lost the ball. So he's just gone down, just pointing to his foot there. Hopefully he hasn't aggravated the previous injury. He had a toe injury. Which delayed the start of his campaign. May have had a little knock on that. So Anthony, the Moreland Zebras physio, will take care of him there as we go around the grounds. In the A-League encounter tonight, it's currently still Sydney FC 1, Adelaide United 0, 60 minutes gone. 41 minutes gone, Dandenong City 0, Pascoe Vale 0. And 42 minutes gone, Oakleigh 0, Dandenong Thunder 3. So there's a third goal there for Dandy Thunder. And to our friends down in Tasmania T-League, 56 minutes gone. We've had an equaliser. It's Hobart Olympia 1, South Hobart 1. So we've had a goal down there for that one, Andrew.
I'm sure it's going nuts down there in Hobart.
Definitely, I'm sure it would be. Definitely. But as the players have a little bit of a break there, go across the benches, both respective teams having a drink. Throw in there, taken by Brunswick City, and ball's passed back to the Zebras. As Anthony's signalling here, it looks like Sadler needs to come off. He's coming back onto the park for a spell, but Anthony there signalling to his bench that change needs to be done. And Tremaine Sadler also signalling there, no, he's no good. May have taken a touch in that injured toe, so unfortunately he's had a good night and made a couple of good runs, and it's going to be unfortunate for the Zebras left back there coming off as Zebras prepared to make that substitution.
Yeah, he's a quality player. Obviously came across to the club from Melbourne Knights. And I mean, obviously Melbourne Knights, being a division above, wouldn't take players, you know, if they were not quality. So obviously Sadler coming from a quality operation to obviously the Zebras. But again, has had some good touches tonight, Dom. Like I said, does look good in the ball. And again, if there was injuries there and he's aggravated tonight, probably an unfortunate situation there. For Tremaine Sadler, but nevertheless, we do have a substitution. Sadler is off the field at the moment, and like I said, we will carry on. Still 1-1 here at the moment. CB Smith Reserve, Moreland Zebras, and Brunswick City. You with Andrew Andriotti, and Dom Montesano calling the game for you guys live on Zebras TV, wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Play is back, Dom.
Yeah, so unfortunate there for Tremaine Sadler. Had a good start to the game and unfortunately copped that knock and maybe precaution. Hopefully it is precaution. They've made that switch, but you can see now Nick Simuoi has come across into his position there, and Jan Maxim Ilic, who's pushed out wide into Simuoi's position there on the right-hand side of the ground. As the ball comes through now, Williams going for the challenge, wins the ball. Still in play there, Brunswick City with it. Out wide now. Coming through, back into the middle. Zebras trying to win the ball back, but ricochets. Ball bounces in the favour of the Brunswick City attacker, and Chalmers picking that one there up for the Zebras. Has a look around, can't see any options, tells his boys to push out. Now goes out wide to Simuoi. Simuoi takes it under control. Back to Chalmers now, still with possession. Watson, back to Simuoi. Simuoi sends it down the line. Cardamone flicks it on to Preen. Still just couldn't keep that in. Mounting another attack forward there for the Zebras. As a quick flick from Portillo, but Watson comes in there for the Zebras, cleans up. Simuoi with Preen now, gets checked. Referee calls play on and gives a free kick away for that one. And it's another free kick there for Brunswick City. Ball was still rolling, but it's not to their advantage, unfortunately. They tried to rush a free kick and goes out for a Zebras throw-in.
That didn't quite make sense there, Tom. I thought actually that free kick was for the Zebras on Preen.
No, they didn't call. He called play on for that, and Preen still remonstrating with the referee, saying, "You've got to be kidding, you didn't give that free kick." And then Brunswick won the free kick. Simuoi went a bit enthusiastic in the tackle and go with a quick free kick, and ball gets turned over. Zebras in play. Preen with the ball now. Looking for his options forward. Great turn. Comes out wide. Finds Cardamone. Cardamone with the ball. Two players going down for Brunswick City. Gets a touch and out for another throw-in. Halfway mark of the ground here. Front of the grandstand, which is a jam-packed grandstand here tonight for the Zebras' first Friday night game. I think the Zebras can, the attendance side of things, could hail that a success from the club's part. So a lot of the club representatives will be very happy to see the grandstands full here. Long one over the top. Williams now finds Papadimitriou. Papadimitriou that's checked, but still keeps play, possession of the ball. Goes into the 18-yard box now, turns, takes a shot, Papadimitriou, and it's, I was going to say just wide, but missed it by a fair bit there, unfortunately. But great run there from the Zebras attacking player. Did get checked, and just reminding the referee there that he did get a little clip there on the heel as he got past. But it's another Brunswick City goal kick.
Yeah, definitely be some enthusiastic challenges, Dom, in the last couple of minutes as we approach half-time. But the referee has been letting some of those 50-50s go, and like I said, only probably pulling the ball up when necessary. But as a City player there, almost bangs his head in the ground. But we are back with live action with Davide Cardamone in the middle of the ground.
Brilliant link-up play there, Devitt. Barabush with the shot. Oh, just wide. Brilliant shot. Great build-up there in the middle. Quick throw-in taken by the Zebras. Devitt there linking up with Barafush, and just wide of the goalkeeper there. Looked like he got a touch to it, but Linesman calls a goal kick. Brilliant strike from the Zebras.
Yeah, good bit of attacking play there, and quick ball movement again. Cardamone with a good build-up, good pass to Baforosh, who had a good shot just wide of the keeper, and we are back live here just for half-time, Dom.
Coming out now, Brunswick City with the ball possession, comes out wide, looking for the run. We're out wide now to number 5. We'll just get that now, but ball into the 18-yard box, trickles out. Chalmers picks it up. Watson now, centre of the park. Out wide to Simuoi, and there's the half-time whistle. 45 minutes up here at half-time. It's the Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1. As we go to a quick break, and we'll come back and discuss that first half, Andrew. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to CB Smith Reserve as our Moreland Zebras mini roos under 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s and under 12 MPL boys make their way from the pitch during their little half-time game as both respected teams make their way back onto the pitch and the start of this second half. Andrew, how do you see the game playing out in the second half, mate?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half, Tom. Like I said, it was a very attacking and enjoyable first half to watch. I expect more goals, but like I said, I think the combination of Papademetrio and Preen has been really exciting to watch. The Zebras have been very solid in defence as well, and like I said, I am tipping more goals in this game, Dom. As
referee blows that whistle and we get underway here at CB Smith. Ball comes out wide now. Matai there for the Brunswick City players. Sends it out. And Williams just sees that one there over the line. Just checking. We may have some technical difficulties here with the audio.
And as play comes back on.
Still, yep.
Yep, we are live.
No,
I have to have my
still
mic
can't hear you, Andrew, I don't think.
We do have the Zebras there with the ball on the airport side of the ground.
Struggling there, but I can hear myself in the earphones here. We'll just get young Alex there to adjust that. But Zebras in attack. Back out wide. Finds Preen. Preen with the ball. Turns one way, then the other, onto his left. Linking up there, still turning. Preen. Cross comes in. Brilliant ball. Looking for his other teammate there in Papademetrio. The PP's linking up here tonight. Papademetrio brings it down. Turns. Brilliantly done. Looked like he was held on to. Referee calls play on. Papademetrio playing on there, and tackle comes in from number 3 there at Brunswick City, McKellay, as it goes out for a throw in into the 18-yard box, but cleared there. Fox for Brunswick City. Williams brings it down. Maximilic, the substitute there in the second half for the injured Tremaine Sadler, as Williams goes back to Chalmers in goal for the Moreland Zebras. Chalmers with the ball now. Comes back out wide. Finds Watley, goal scorer there for the Zebras, out wide to Simioy. Simioy on the, brilliant ball through, but Preen couldn't get onto the end of it as ball trickles out for another Brunswick City throw-in, technical area side of the ground in front of the scoreboard. Throw in now. Still waiting for it. Probably walked about 10 metres, I think, there, Andrew, to take that throw in. That ball looked like it went out further down the ground, but thus we keep on playing. Ball now coming through. Number 3 there for Brunswick City. Tries the link-up play. Williams now goes to the tackle. Brilliant double-footed tackle. Asked for the touch off the Brunswick City player. Thought he had a case there to argue, or an argument there to play with the referee, but lines and signalled straight away that was a Brunswick throw-in. Ball gets delivered in now. Linking up play. Brunswick City now with possession. Outside of the box, but Zebras there. Free kick, definitely. No, referee says he got the ball. And he's called a penalty. I cannot believe it there. The referee has called a penalty for Brunswick City. There was a tackle there that the Zebras thought they were going to get a free kick for, nothing doing. And then, I don't know how he managed to pick it, but it's a penalty for Brunswick City.
It's one thing I'm noticing, Dom, during the game. Like I said, the referee has let a lot of tackles go, and I thought the tackles there on the Zebra player should have been called as a free kick, but definitely surprising that the ref let the game go, and he's given a penalty in a critical area.
Yeah, getting word that was possibly a retaliation there from Williams for not getting the free kick that resulted in the penalty. As Gonzalo lines up, takes it, and save! Brilliantly done there by Chalmers. That's 2 penalty saves from 2 penalties had taken against them. So brilliantly done there as we get the high five here from the president in the commentary box.
I'm surprised that, Dom, that was actually awarded in the first place. Like I said, the referee's been very lenient tonight, is the best way to say it. But
Sahan with the shot just wide there of the upright there for the Zebra, for Brunswick City. Another brilliant save there. That's 2 saves in 3 weeks from a penalty spot there by Chalmers, the Zebra's goalkeeper. Fantastic effort.
He's been solid the last couple of weeks.
He has been, definitely.
So, yeah, really good.
As we go for the free kick, or the goal kick, sorry, being taken there. As the live score app is still showing a 2-1 lead there to Brunswick City. So the representative here at the ground must be a little bit confused. As the ball trickles out. Referee found the free kick, though. There was some body contact there as the score there fixes itself up. And President with the thumbs up. So it's 1-1 here now for the Zebras. Missed penalty by Gonzalo. As Maxim Ilic now with the ball. Comes out wide but can't find Papadimitra. Just got to get that that passing right there, I think, for Maxim Ilic. Just a little bit nervous coming into this game a little bit earlier on than what he was probably expecting to. Just got to settle down and get his head over the ball.
Definitely the one thing I've noticed as well, Dom, in the second half is that a lot of the both teams are using the wings. Haven't seen much play through the middle of the park. What do you make of that?
Yeah, they're trying to open each other up, I guess, and go out wide and feel that they're going to be more of an attacking threat if they go out wide and come through. And it's worked for the Zebras and also for Brunswick City. So, if they're too predictable and going down the middle, I think, both midfields for the two teams are going to have that ball in that middle. So, moving out wide, creating that space to create the options as the Zebras have a free kick here in front of the packed grandstand at CB Smith Reserve. As Watson gets a quick one taken there from Ilic. Now back to Williams. Williams with the ball, switches across to Watley, goal scorer here for the Zebras. Out wide again, Simio with the ball. Turns, goes past one player for the Zebras. Now flicks it through, looking for the link-up play between Preem, but comes off. No, referee's called it. It's come off a Zebras player. Not sure how he saw that one, but it's a Brunswick throw-in. In front of the scoreboard there, airport side of the ground, in front of the Degani Coburg side. Once again, appreciate the support from our sponsors, Nemcon Pools, Essendon Isuzu, Degani Coburg, and Crocams. As ball gets switched across, Ilic now with it, has a look, touch, back into the middle, switches it across to Watson. Watson now on the left foot, into the middle, bit of a hospital ball there. Devitt couldn't win. Williams goes in, can't win the ball. Watley there clears it for the Zebras. Ball's going forward, his hands on both. Papadimitra there held there, referee calls play on. Physical there from Cardamone, wins it back for the Zebras. Watson now takes a couple of touches, looks for his option there. Devitt now with the ball, back to Cardamone. Cardamone out wide, finds Papadimitra. Papadimitra turns, cross comes in, back post. Who's up there? That's Preen now with the ball, wins the ball back. Zebras still in possession. Simioi outside the 18-yard box. Cross comes in looking for a Zebras player. Devitt tried to line it up and it's hiked out of there by Brunswick City. Only as far as the Zebras goalkeeper and passes it to Williams.
1-1 here still, guys, at CB Smith Reserve. And like I said, an attacking start to the second half by both teams. Both teams definitely using the wings at the moment to spread the ball around. Definitely some enthusiastic challenges been coming in as well. But
definitely some enthusiastic tackles there. The Brunswick City player there studs up. Luckily not taking that player. Papadimitra into space now. No, that's... Barafrosh, sorry, who got into a good position, but sort of closed down his angle when he got onto that ball and didn't really have much to aim for. Unfortunately, the ball trickled out for a goal kick. Quick one taken there by Matai. Free kick. Yep, Brunswick City, and Falster Diamichis on the sidelines is absolutely livid at the moment with that call. You know, he's used his body and he's won the ball back, but referee's found a free kick. But you could see Falster very orchestrated out there on that technical area for the Zebras.
A man with many, many years of experience there, Dom Falster. Did play for Australia back in the day and, like I said, knows his football.
As long ball goes over the top, Chalmers initially came out for it but decided not to. Zebras win it. Referee's called a foul. Now, he stopped play. Zebras were in possession. He needs to book the player. That's a yellow card. Every day of the week, you've stopped the play. Zebras were in possession. How does he not give him a yellow card? He's going up to him, having a talking to him. I think that's the extent of it. Yeah, no yellow card. I really hate that rule. I think Zebras were in possession. You're not going to book him for anything. Why stop the play when the Zebras are in possession? Unless you're going to book him for it. Yeah, disappointing there from the referee, but Zebras still in attack with the possession. Halfway line, Preen tries to win it back, tried to flick up, but Portillo now. Long one, over the top. Zebras with numbers there. Chalmers, Williams there as well. Zebras mopped that one there up pretty easily at one stage. Yep, Williams with it now. Turns. Barafrosh with the throw. Lines are looking at the referee. Referee looking at the lines, and no one knows to make a call. That came off a Brunswick City player, not understanding how that ball wasn't given. But we move on. Ball comes into the middle now. Fox for Brunswick City. No, Conversano, sorry, for Brunswick City with the ball. Still Conversano with the ball. Long one, over the top. Simuloy putting the pressure on Portillo, not giving him an easy one. It goes out for a Zebras throw-in. Brilliantly done there by the Zebras. Throw-in now for Simuloy. In front of the scoreboard. Side of the ground there. Ball comes in. Preen, player all over him, but still manages to win possession back. Brilliantly done. Linking up play there. Looks like Cardamone, I think it was, but cross comes in looking for Papadimitriou, who definitely wasn't there, and the ball trickles out for a throw-in as the Zebras players make their way across the corner. Brunswick City players with the throw. Zebras doing well there to close it up straight away. Andrew didn't give him the option there of a quick throw-in.
Not at all, and that perfectly placed light pole there is assisting.
Yep, is that one of the many design attributes here at CB Smith Reserve. As Watson now wins it to Illich. Yes. Illich out to Williams. Williams was looking outwards, now goes back inwards. Finds Watley. Watley, the goal scorer for the Zebras from the first half. Takes on one player. Turning back the years, Watley. Turns again, goes for the tackle. Still trying to get it, Watley. Referee calls play on. Nope. Brunswick win it back. Go to turn, and looks like Brunswick avoided another attack there from the Zebras. Clearance goes up the line. 2 Zebras players. Cardamone, one of them, wins the ball back. Goes through now. Tees up with Devitt. Cardamone still in possession. Back to Devitt now. Turns. Brilliantly done. Finds Perrine. Perrine out wide. Papadimitriou putting his hand up. Back post. Lays it back off. Now Illich out into space. Grandstand side of the ground. Assesses it. Gets a cross in. Poor cross though. Ball not getting to that area. Williams could have had time to bring it down. Decided to go the first time ball, but it's turned over there. Portillo goes down like a sack of spuds, like he'd been knocked out, and got up on his feet pretty quickly as well, but sucked the referee in and got a free kick.
Yeah, it's definitely referees. We made a few interesting calls in the last few minutes, Dom.
Definitely has.
We'll carry on as live match play, still 1-1 here at CB Smith Reserve between the Zebras and Brunswick City, local Moreland Council derby. But we'll carry on with the City with the ball in their defensive third, Dom.
Definitely. So all the way back to Matai, ex-Melbourne Victory goalkeeper there. Comes out wide to Conversano. Pressure by Papadimitriou, puts it on. Goes up there. Simio for the Zebras, putting the pressure on, winning the ball back. Go all the way back to Chalmers. Chalmers saving a penalty early in this second half. There's a long one there over the top, looking for Simioy, but easily collected there by the Brunswick City defenders as they try and pass their way out of the back there, but Zebras closing them down, not giving them an inch on that ball. Great to see. Back through the middle there. Brilliantly touched by Preen, who got the touch there. Referee's called the foul there. Yeah, yep. That definitely was on that occasion. Unfortunately, Cardamone lost the ball and then illegally brought down the City player. Free kick for Brunswick City. Halfway line in between the two technical areas. Free kick taken, goes back. Conversano, back out wide. Looks like Portillo, I think it is. No, not Portillo.
15 that
then
was.
is Boheen. Yeah. And there's another one, turnover, Zebras ball. Simimo with the throw, front of the Brunswick City technical area. Throw comes in, goes all the way back to Watley. Watley under a little bit of pressure there. Back to Chalmers now. Long one over the top. Papadimitriou came from an offside position. Was definitely offside. And the referee, linesman, calls it there. Unfortunately, just couldn't get back in time from that first time kick there from Chalmers. Would have waited the split second, he might have made it back. But unfortunately, offside there against the Zebras attacking player.
The one thing I'm noticing, Dom, with this continued wing reliance by both teams as the second half develops, I just get the more and more confident view. I think the Zebras will score. I think just from watching the game so far, the Zebras have got more players that are more skillful and confident in the wings. I just think if this tactical play continues, we're going to see a goal from the Zebras.
I'd say so. And when we got the likes of Stefan Cardamone, the goal scorer from last week, still on the bench here for the Zebras that can come on and really change the game. You got to remember last week, Johnny McLean is also there on the bench as well. So some attacking options there for the Zebras on the bench. You got to remember last week, Brunswick City did have that fadeaway late in the second half. So sort of expect the same thing with this heat. As Barafrosh gets in possession with the ball, turns, goes a flick back into the middle, clears out. Maxim Illich didn't get a touch to it. Brunswick City player saying he did. Not sure how they saw it from the other side of the pitch, but Maxim Illich letting that one there go. Throw in taken, finds Williams. Williams with the ball. Back into the middle. Devitt for the Zebras. Switch across through. Finds Papadimitriou. Back to Watson, out wide to Illich. Illich with the ball, takes a touch, goes one through, goes past him. Can't do it. And the linesman's found a free kick there. I'm not sure why he gave the free kick on that occasion. The players still kept playing. There wasn't really much in it, and he's called a foul. So must be Must be the heat out there, I think, for the match officials. Mate, it's hot for them there as well.
I think there's been some interesting calls made in the last few minutes there, Dom. And like I said, could be. I know it's been a hot day in Melbourne.
Possibly the hot day, mate, definitely. They haven't got the luxuries of the cooling like we do upstairs, but long one over the top there now. Simeoi wins it back for the Zebras, trying to find Preen, who he does. Preen now with the ball. Goes through, links up, Devitt. Goes to lay off for Cardamone, but puts a bit too much on there. Brunswick City able to clean that one there up. Matai, long clearance out, only as far as Simeoi though. Brings it down, still in possession, Simeoi, brilliantly done. Still turning the Zebras. Referee still, I don't know what position the referee was in there, but nearly got in the way of the Zebras attack. Switch across, puts a bit on it. Barafrost to try and keep it in. He does, just out there. Crickles over the line for a throw-in. We've got a goal scored in the Tasmanian derby. So it's Hobart Olympia 2, South Hobart 1. So they've pegged one back there, South Hobart.
It's all action now. It's Salamanca Bay tonight there,
definitely.
Dom.
We've got a full-time result in the A-League. It's Sydney FC 2, Adelaide United 0.
Interesting result.
It was. As another ball goes over the line for a Brunswick City throw-in. Bentley Greens 3, Green Gully 1, 79 minutes played there. 59 minutes played, Dandenong City 0, Pascoe Vale 0. And it's 60 minutes gone, Oakley Cunnin 0, Dandenong Thunder 3 for some scores around the ground.
1-1 here, viewers, at CB Smith Reserve between Moreland Zebras and Brunswick City. We are halfway through the second half at the moment, getting close towards it as Brunswick City have the ball on the airport side of the ground. Dom.
Simeoi now wins possession back for the Zebras. Back into the middle, finds Watson. Watson with possession, finds Devitt. Devitt now with it, takes a couple of touches, still keeps possession, brilliantly done. Cardamone now switches across. You can see Illich opening up here. Williams out wide, brilliant ball to Illich. Takes a touch, back into the middle, finds Watson. Watson there, teaming up with Illich once again. Illich, Watson making the run around. Ball not moving, still in there. Devitt, quick touch with Watson. Watson still in possession. Back to Illich. Illich looking for the cross on his left foot, gets it in. Finds Papadimitriou and Barafrost there, trying to bring it down the Zebras. Turn goes through, and he's picked a handball there against the Zebras. I'm not sure how he picked that one, but he's closer than what we are, so we won't argue too much, I guess. As the Brunswick City goalkeeper, Matai, sets up to take the kick. Long free kick over the top. Looking for the run of his teammate. Finds foul there. No, referee calls play on. So, looked like a hand in the back and a tackle from behind, but the referee called play on. It's all happening here at the moment. So, ball gets switched across now. Williams with this ball for the Zebras. Coming back in the middle, Watson. Back out wide to Illich. Illich asking for his teammate to move forward. Devitt does. Now he's in possession with it. Going into an attacking position. Ball gets through, gets cleared. No free kick. And it's gone out for a Zebras throw-in. 63 minutes gone here. It's Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1. And you feel like Zebras are the one crowding most of the chances at the moment in this second half, Andrew?
Yeah, definitely tactically speaking, Dom, like I said, I just think the way the game's panning out, I think Zebras look fitter, and I just feel the Zebras goal will be the next one coming out, particularly if this wing play or this wing reliance continues.
As Preen goes out wide now, Cardamone, I think it is, with the ball for the Zebras across the airport side of the ground. Preen, once again, been involved in plenty tonight, Preen, there for the Zebras, the Welsh import. And just sort of got a little bit confused and muddled there between the two boys as we were talking them up a little bit there. They go and make a couple of little silly mistakes, but now it's Brunswick City now streaming forward.
Gonzalez
goes
there
through, but they couldn't see. We were lucky there. There was number 11 there for Brunswick City in Killaley, who snuck behind, and luckily the ball could not get through there to him. Zebras now clear it out. Still in possession. Simeoi now looks up, has a look at his options, takes a couple of touches. No players going to him. Switches back across to Williams. Williams across to Illich. So stretching this Brunswick City defence now. Open them up. Watson now, with the ball. Comes back through. Barafrost now. Quick first time cross. Comes off a defender. Still in possession. Watson looked like he got shoved off the ball there. No call from the free kick from the referee. Play on. Ball gets flicked back into the middle. Brunswick now making their way out of the back. Coming through. Long one down the line. Still in possession, Brunswick City. A little bit of a push off the ball there. Referees calling play on. Yep. It's a throw in. No, free kick. He's going to bring the free kick back into the middle of the park there for a Brunswick City free kick, as we've got the first substitution coming up for Brunswick City. Coming off number 10, Juan Portillo, being replaced by number 17, Matthew Murphy.
Yeah, definitely, Dom. I thought Portillo had a good family. He attacked in good parts there. I think his combination with little Nick Gonzalez, the goal scorer, was really good. And definitely a good shift there from Portillo for Brunswick City.
Definitely, yes. Very good shift in.
Brunswick City now with the ball, and they are attacking on the City side of the ground with the shot there. It's a goal to Brunswick City.
Number 19.
That was number 19 there. And,
Nathaniel Foster Bowen scores that one there for the Brunswick City travelling away fans.
Yeah, there's a good turnout of them there, Dom. Like I said, good bit of attacking play, and found a bit of space there on the City side of the ground. And Nathaniel Foster Brown there putting the ball away for Brunswick City. So the current scoreline here at CB Smith Reserve is Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2, Dom.
It seemed like we sort of fell asleep there after the substitution. The boys were sort of flat-footed, and Brunswick got the throw in, went in, and put the pressure on and managed to score from that chance. First real decent chance of the half for them, and they've managed to score it. As a substitution being readied here for the Moreland Zebras, coming off number 12,
Preen.
Garen Preen, being replaced by number 7, John McLean.
Johnny McLean.
No, sorry.
It is
number
Johnny
10's coming off. They had number 12 on the board there. Referee getting a bit mixed up. It's actually number 10 coming off. So that's Thomas Barrafrosh, being replaced by number 7, John McLean. So Zebras putting the attacking players on. Barrafrosh coming off, and John McLean coming on.
Buffarush did have a good shift there, Dom. He did work hard, but like I said, maybe a bit of a quieter night than we thought we expected. But nevertheless, Coach Falstor Dimitris has made the tactical change. Young John McLean, Victory Youth player, and like I said, he's now on for a bit of a shift off the Zebras.
He is. So McLean coming on there for the Moreland Zebras. John McLean, number 7.
Immortalised that name by the Die-Hard movies.
Yes. Definitely. As Zebras now. All to still playful for the Zebras, chasing this game now, going down 2-1. As Watson now comes out wide to Williams. Williams with the ball. Takes a couple of touches. Finds Preen, who's come across the grandstand side of the ground. Now switches across. Referee getting away again. His positioning tonight has been absolutely terrible by this referee, let me tell you. It's just frustrating to watch, let me tell you. But let's keep it going. Brunswick City now with possession. Sort of getting their heads up a little bit. Simioi, looked like there was an elbow in that when he went up for the challenge, but still won it down there, Nick Simioi for the Zebras. Back into the middle, Watson. Back to Simioi. Simioi with possession. Have a look at his options. Preen making the run. Look, out into plenty of space here. Look how much paddock he's got out here. Chalmers now comes out wide to Illich. Preen still with a bit of possession there. Illich with the ball now. Maxim Illich. Back to Watson. Watson back to Illich. Pressure coming in now. Back to Watson. The run came through there, but a little bit too late, unfortunately, to get Preen. Back into the middle, Williams. Back to Chalmers. And then out wide to Simioi. Simioi with the ball in possession there now. Turned over. Referee calls play on. Devitt losing the ball. Williams winning it back for the Zebras, though. Not too far away, though. Brunswick City get possession again. You can sense they starting to turn a little bit here now. Brunswick with the tails up a little bit. As Williams there goes for the ball. Referee's called a free kick. He has. That's a Zebras free kick there in our defensive half, middle of our defensive half.
I think, and obviously we don't want to criticise our referees, but obviously I think the referees' report after tonight's game will be interesting to say the least, Tom.
Definitely interesting. We'll keep it at that. We don't want to get into too much trouble.
No. Ball's back in play for the Zebras.
He's doing
Tom.
a fantastic job.
He is.
And Williams now with the ball for the Zebras coming through. 70th minute here at CB Smith Reserve. It's Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2. As ball goes out wide now. Simioi with possession. Having a look at his options forward. Back now to Watley. Watley to Williams. Got the numbers there back for Brunswick City. We've got every player behind that ball at the moment. Zebras going in. Papi Demetro just put off. McLean, the substitute, comes on. Takes a shot. Deflected off the Brunswick City defender. And it's gone out for a corner. So first meaningful attack there for John McLean coming onto the park. Replacing Barrafrosh. And unfortunately... His shot was smothered there by the Brunswick City defender. Brunswick City, all their players are back. There's absolutely no one from the 18-yard line back to the halfway line. There's only one or two players there in the edge of the box. The rest of the players are in the box there. So is it too early to be looking at the parking the bus, Andrew? What do you think?
I would say so. I mean, look, it's been an attacking second half, Tom, and like I said, I think there's still more goals in the game, but obviously the Brunswick coach has made a tactical decision there, but still plenty of time and probably a bit too early from a football analysis
Definitely,
point of
they've
view.
flooded plenty of numbers back there and trying to flood that back line and forward attacking half there for the Zebras, but possession now with the Zebras. Williams with the ball. Thing they don't want to do though is give the Zebras too much time on that ball, because especially if they've got a lot of possession, the Zebras will break you apart. And here's another move here. Referee's called another foul. I don't know where he's picked that one from, but he's called a foul against McLean. McLean not too impressed. Fouls to their just there. I think he gave him a thumbs up then, mate, for the call, I think.
Most of sarcasm in that thumbs
definitely
up there.
Sarcasm, mate. There was definitely no hands and no thumbs up there. But
yes.
Matai now with the free kick for Brunswick City. Long one over the top. Looking for the run. Zebras get underneath it. Watson now brings it down. Looking forward. Back into the middle. Simioi with it. Switches across now. Williams now with the ball. Williams. Long one over the top. There's Preen into space again. Controlled it with his face on that occasion, mate.
It was actually a good bring down,
It was,
obviously,
yeah, but it's a bit too much on that one, I think. Flick comes back up now. Ball in the middle, still to be won. Zebra's in there. Ball gets sort of cleared out. McLean now wins the ball back for the Zebras. McLean into attacking space. Goes through the halfway line. Back out wide. Finds Devitt. Devitt now takes a touch. Has a look at his options forward. Cardamone with it now. What's the referee called here? So we've got a Brunswick City player down just outside their 18-yard box. Can't tell exactly who it is. It may be Kwabena Boaheen, I think it is.
Who I suspect it is as well. And I did quite into the incident there, what led to him being
It's more just a
down.
clash of players both going for the ball. I don't think there was any malice in there at all by any of the players. It was just an unfortunate knock. Look, it could be a little bit of a time-wasting ploy as well from Brunswick City as the Zebras players make their way across the technical area for some drinks. Still a humid sort of a night here at CB Smith Reserve. Still looking, at around 30 degrees at the moment. But some score updates during this break-in play. 90th minute, it's Bentley Greens 3, Green Gully 1. 70th minute, Dandenong City 0, Pascoval 1. So Pascoval scoring there. 71st minute, it's Oakley Cannon 0, Dandenong Thunder 0. And I think our game in Tasmania has actually wrapped up.
What's our score from Tassie there,
Confirm
Dom?
the scores there from Tasmania in a second. And the full-time score down in Tassie was Hobart Olympia 2, South Hobart 1. So there's a full-time result there.
Interesting. I dare say the Greek community in Hobart there tonight will be out and about celebrating that one.
Quite possibly, yeah definitely. As we've still got this breaker play while player for Brunswick City comes off. Yep, he's off the ground now. And Brunswick City knocked the ball back to Chalmers, the Zebras goalkeeper. Chalmers now finds Watley. Watley now switches across to Williams. Williams with possession. Has a look up. Back to Watley. Watley with possession. Takes a couple of touches. Long one over the top, looking for the runner McLean, who gets a header on, but still in possession. McLean takes it into the box. Turn McLean, but a bit too much on there. Couldn't get it under control, and ball gets cleared out by the Brunswick City player. Once again, as you can see, the Brunswick City players all behind this ball. Trying to flood that back line, not giving the Zebras players much space there at all. And another free kick given there.
Bit of heat there between the two players on the ball there, Dom. There was Johnny McLean and number 8, who is Ali Turget for Brunswick City. But like I said, tactically, I'm not sure about that move where Brunswick's playing very defensive at the moment with a lot of men behind the ball. There's still plenty of time for the Zebras to attack, plenty of attacking options. And like I said, I'm not sure tactically that's the best move at the moment, Dom.
No, definitely not. So Zebras now, Brunswick City with possession. Long one through, looking for the pass there. Cut off by Simioi. Simioi cuts back into the middle of the park. Now switches across. Finds Preen, who's sitting pretty deep at the moment. Maximilic next to him making a run. Preen cuts back into the middle. Now looking for the run. Finds Illich out wide. Illich now takes possession, goes to turn. Can't get past the defender, unfortunately. And nearly gave away a free kick there. Ball still play. Yep, he has given away the free kick. Referee putting his hands up saying, well, you've given me no option, son. Have to give the free kick there. The tug of the shirt was quite obvious. So it'll be a free kick there for Brunswick City.
And just before the ball gets in play, Dom, with Preen there, drew the 2-man out from City and then passed the ball. Just good vision, just
definitely
fun to watch.
Definitely,
really good.
Definitely. And, doing really well out here. Had a couple of instances where he didn't get the ball when he had a lot more space, but Preen having a outstanding game this evening.
He is, and the P&P partnership is developing. Like I said, we're keeping an eye on that for you guys during the season. As the ball is out of play on the grandstand side of the ground as the Zebras throw-in, who are attacking to the northern end of the stadium tonight. Still
takes the throw, but only finds a Brunswick City player. Watson there now, comes off, both players going for that ball in the air, and unfortunately skews off the side of his foot, out for a Brunswick City throw-in. Brunswick City just taking their time. They're not rushing anything here. 75 minutes gone into the last 15 minutes of play. Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2, as Brunswick City slowly bring this ball back into play. Throw gets taken, comes back out wide. Watson nearly wins it back. Preen once again gets involved. Watson back out wide to Illich. Illich to Williams. Williams across to Watley. Watley now distributes the ball out wide. Simio with the ball. Zebras doing all the attacking. Still pushing forward the Zebras. Simio takes one player, takes on two, gets past. Referee still in the awkward position there. His positioning's been absolutely shocking tonight. And offside flag's gone up.
I'm rather surprised at first glance, Dom. Just as a close one, I guess. Yeah, I thought there wasn't much in that one at all.
Definitely not. No, a very close one there. But Lyndon can see it better than all of us up here. And he calls the offside.
Still a Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2 at CB Smith Reserve. Live action here, wherever you're tuning in around Australia, around the world at the moment. And like I said, Zebras in attacking the northern side of the ground.
Handball there. No, referee calls play on. Looked like a handball from up here. Referee giving another free kick there in the middle of the park now. Brunswick City with it. As the Zebras look to make their third substitution of the game. It looks like Stefan Cardamone coming on, and that man Preen now coming off. So
I think you're correct there, Dom. It is Garen Preen coming off number 12 for Stefan Cardamone. Very good shift by the Walsh import tonight. Was an attacking player. Like I said, created a lot of space out wide. Good wing attack. And just to repeat, listeners, at the moment, your current scoreline, whilst the substitution is occurring, is a Moreland Zebras 2, a Brunswick City 1. You're with Andrew Andriotti and Dominic Montesano as your match commentators. Dom.
Free kick, centre of the park for Brunswick City. Ball gets kicked out wide. Zebras there on the end of it. McLean wins the ball back for the Zebras now. Ball comes back out wide. Behind that pole, it's Simioy, wins possession, but can't get it back to Zebras. Still turned over. Brunswick City with the play in. Gonzalo with the shot now. Takes it, and just wide. Another decent chance there for Brunswick City. Once again, manages to get in behind the defenders, and any turn on goal for him, he's going to look dangerous from that position.
Yes, definitely. Brunswick City are using that right side of the ground. Whenever they're using the ball out there, they are looking threatening. And like I said, that's where they did score the second goal from. And like I said, definitely when Brunswick City do attack that right side, they are threatening them. Illich
now in front of the grandstand. Gets a switch back into the middle. Devitt, a little bit flat-footed there. Didn't win the ball back, but Illich getting it back under control for the Zebras. Williams looking forward. Looks for his options there. Goes over the top, looking for Papa Dimitri. Can't win it. Header off the Brunswick City player, and it goes out for another Zebras throw-in. So Zebras pushing here now. Illich back to Watson. Watson and Illich trying to get it sorted there. Williams, long one over the top, looking for Papa Dimitri. Can't win the ball down there, though. Referee calls play on. Cardamone, that's David there. Back to Cardamone again. Brilliant done there by Papa Dimitri to bring it down. Devitt with the ball now. Switches out wide. Finds McLean. McLean takes a touch. Comes into the 18-yard box. Cross comes through. Looking for Papa Dimitri once again, but can't get past the defender. And Brunswick seem to clear it. Get out of there now. They've gotten away with another one there. As Stefan Cardamone comes in, puts the pressure. Brilliantly done. One back by the Zebras. Williams now with the ball. Looking forward. Looking at his options. Switches, goes across the ground to Watley. His goal now from the first half seems a fair way, doesn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, it does. He still had a good game, Alex. I'm really impressed with what the last few times I've seen him. Solid defender, and like I said, been a bit quiet in parts of the second half, but just that moment there, Dom, he was an effective pass there.
So Zebra still with possession. You can see Brunswick City players sort of starting to go down a little bit now. Could this heat start to play a toll on them? They did have that late second half fade out last week, and that was a fitness thing as well. So, the heat probably isn't going to assist them this week after the last week's game. So Zebra's just going to keep in there, keep putting the pressure. As we turn here now, back into the middle, Zebra referee once again gets himself into these positions that just don't understand his positioning at the moment. Papa Dimitri now, Devitt winds it up. Cardamone, Stefan turns into the box, having a look at his options, back to ball, gets the cross in, but there's no one there for the Zebras. Simioi brings it down, turns, takes a shot. Simioi, did it take a deflection? No, it didn't. It's a goal kick for Brunswick City.
I think that comment, Dom, about fitness, at the end of the day, we're talking the NPL semi-professional players. Yep. There's been a solid pre-season. How bad did Brunswick City fade out last week?
It was a 4-goal fade out last week in the second half. No, definitely not. So Zebras know about that from last week. Hopefully they know to keep pushing. Although the clearance there, it's gone all the way out wide and gone out for a throw-in. Chalmers there being put under pressure as Brunswick City make another substitution. Coming off number 7, Nicholas Gonzalo. Being replaced by number 44, Matthew Conversano.
I think, Matty Conversano has seen him around the NPL traps over the last couple of years. Young developing player, obviously switched to Brunswick City, but young Nick Gonzalez, the goal scorer for Brunswick City, the first goal scorer,
yes,
had a good shift.
Did have a good shift, definitely. So he's come off the ground there, and Conversano making his way onto the pitch. Conversano which team did he play for?
He was Rangers.
Rangers,
yeah.
Okay, as Switch gets through there now, Zebras still trying to keep possession. Turned over, a few Zebras players in there. Simua going in to win it. Got fouled. No, referee called play on. No, it's a free kick there for the Zebras deep in that defensive half.
As we are progressing into the second half, well into the second half, viewers, we are Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2, live at CB Smith Reserve. Dom.
Thank you once again to all of our major sponsors for the 2019 season. They took a year off then. Fletcher Foods, Essendon Jeep, Mirabella Group, Crocams. As the Zebras go forward with another decent attack there. But turned over once again. Zebras now still with possession. Watley going forward. Finds Devitt now to Watson. Watson to Cardamone. Cardamone out wide. Finds McLean. McLean getting into good spaces there on the wing since he's come on. Devitt now turns into the box. Back to McLean, but can't get the pass through. Still in possession. Cardamone now gets across along the ground. McLean off a Brunswick City player. Headers flicked on. And still in possession of Zebras. Devitt with the ball. Looking to go into a dangerous spot. But McLean unfortunately had the play behind him. And ball turned over as Brunswick City now pushing forward. Runs out of room there. And ball goes out for another Zebras throw in at the halfway line. Quick one taken. Devitt now. Got to bring it down. There's a player coming. Didn't see it coming. Turned. Blindsided pass. And it's turned over there. Cardamone now. Stefan wins it back for the Zebras. Brilliantly done. Devitt. Nope. Referee calls play on. Still in play. Middle of the park. Brunswick City going with the long one over the top. Conversano getting on the end of that one. Out wide now with Illich. Illich, a youngster there for the Zebras. Conversano just going to the hard line. Brilliantly done there. What a great tackle by young Maxim Illich. Conversano tried to do the smart thing there and thought he was in a stop play. But then Illich turned over, unfortunately. Did all the hard work and then unfortunately couldn't get the pass through. Ball gets through now into the middle. Pass coming along. Ball gets cleared and it goes out for another corner there for Brunswick City.
Good tackle there by Watley on the attacking City player there, Dom.
Definitely was, yes. It was unfortunate. Illich doing all the great work in that corner now. Brunswick City player's taking his time. He's just walking across there to the corner flag. 84 minutes gone. They're starting to wind down the clock, definitely. Referee going across, tell him to move across.
And a bit of an animated Brunswick City fan base there, we could see. Good turnout by them.
It is a good turnout from them.
Good turnout, yep.
As the corner comes in now, ball delivered. High and long. Header comes down, but Chalmers there cleans up for the Zebras, wins it. Chalmers now goes the throw, can't find Watson, ball turned over. Simua there now.
How do you think these last 8 or 9 minutes will play out, Dom? What's your expectations?
Look, Zebras are still going to keep pushing, and Brunswick's going to get the numbers back. They're making another substitution now. This is more just of a time sort of wasting ploy, unfortunately. As the substitution being made there, coming off number 19.
Nathaniel Foster Brown, I've got as a young 19.
And being replaced by number 6, Tillman Stewart.
Yeah, second goal scorer there was Foster Brown. He, like I said, scored that one a bit unexpected. And like I said, he had a good shift, but again, he comes off. And again, current scoreline here at CB Smith Reserve is Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2. Dom.
Back in the play now, Zebras with the ball. Watley back into the middle, finds Williams. Williams back to Watley. Watley with possession. Have a look at his options forward. Then goes out wide to Watson. Watson with the ball for the Zebras. Comes back out wide. Simuoi tries the first time flick, trying to find Carter Money. Can't find him. Ball with the Zebras still though. Watson got the touch and is through Watson. No. Still there with Brunswick City. Taking a couple of touches. Ball goes through. Watson with the wild tackle there, trying to win the ball back. Luckily not connecting there and sliding past the Brunswick City player. Still in possession now, Watson. Quick flick across. Papademetriou into the middle of the park. Devitt not winning it back there, unfortunately. Still putting the pressure on. Maxim Ilic goes to ground quite easily there. Player goes past for Brunswick City. Still in possession, Brunswick City. Player goes down quite easily. Tackle there, play on.
Good
Ilic tried to pass forward but couldn't find a pass there to Cardamone.
Good persistence there by the Zebras defence to get that ball out there, Dom.
Definitely was, yes. As Brunswick City now deep in their defensive half, looking forward, going for a long one over the top. And looks like he's probably got onto the end of that player there out wide. Brunswick City now making the charge into the 18-yard box. Simuoi getting in there, putting the pressure. Clearance over the top. Trying to find Cardamone but doesn't. Still cleared there. Brunswick City with possession. In the middle of the park with the ball. Not where the Zebras needed to be. Zebras need to get possession of it. 86 minutes gone here. It's still the Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2. Goes into the box. Chance here now. Ball gets flicked in. Conversano, I think it was, sliding through, but can't win the thing. It's a goal kick there for the Moreland Zebras.
No, he couldn't connect onto that one there, Conversano. Dom. He's probably a bit more physically, a bit bigger than when we last saw him, but for a young man. But look, he had a good go at that one. Obviously, didn't connect, but Zebras got the ball now and bang in the middle of the field.
Devitt waiting there a little bit once again, sort of a little bit hesitant. Needs to be attacking that ball and winning it. Now, Cardamone out wide, finds Papademetriou. Papademetriou for the Zebras. Turns back in, goes for it wide. Here he goes, Papademetriou. Still with it, Papademetriou. Turning. Had a great game as well. Papademetriou still running. Still in possession. Goes into the middle, trying to find Devitt. Watson, no. Ball gets cleared. And Brunswick City just kick it straight out of play there. Maxim Ilic now with it. Goes for the switch. Goes across the ground, finds Watley. 87th minute here. It's still Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 2. Not much time left for the Zebras. They need to push, and they need to push now. Papademetriou back to Ilic. Ilic back to Williams. Williams, centre of the park, looks at his options forward. All the Brunswick City players behind that ball once again. Watley, looking for the attack forward. Back through the middle, finds Watson. Watson back to Watley. Trying to get the flick there through, but Zebras dispossessed, and Brunswick City just kicked the ball out wide, out long. Chalmers there for the Zebras, back to Ilic. Ilic with the ball through, goes a long one over the top, looking for the run there of McLean, who finds Cardamone now, brings it down. Cardamone turns, still with the ball, Cardamone. Looking for his options. Too crowded up there. There's too many players in there to be able to do anything. Still with possession. Williams now. Can come out wide to Ilic. Decides not to. Still with possession. Back. Finds Papademetriou. Back to Williams. Williams with the ball. Long one over the top. Finds McLean. McLean on the end of it now. Gets into a spot. Takes a shot. It's effective. It's in. It's an own goal. It's come off a Brunswick City defender. Brilliant goal there from the Moreland Zebras. McLean will claim it, but it's going to be an own goal.
And as predicted, Dom, there was a late goal in this game for the Zebras. They didn't give up. They worked hard. And again, the discussions we had earlier, the tactic of Brunswick City putting all their men behind the ball, it
way
just
too
didn't
early.
work.
Definitely not going to work. They conceded 4 goals in the second half last week. So defensively, they can put whatever they want back there. The Zebras pushing. And you sort of feel that we're still in the 89th minute. Board hasn't gone up yet from the fourth official. Zebras still in the sniff here. They feel like they're the ones in control of this game, I think, now, and feel like they may be able to get a late one.
Definitely fast finishing definitely fast finishing, Dom. And like I said, a good little finish as, like I said, the ball carries on.
Long one over the top. Looking for Stefan Cardamone. Tries to win the header down. Can't. Watson get onto the end of it. Wins it back, Watson. Unfortunately, ball goes out wide. 4 minutes of additional time by the fourth official. So we can confirm there's 4 minutes. We've got that going now.
The Zebras with the ball attacking the northern end of the ground, Dom.
Illich now can't win it. Williams with it. Back out wide. That's the second consecutive week the Zebras have scored in that last few minutes of the play. Zebras now still in possession. Simioi. Zebras in with the sniff here. Brunswick City still sitting with all numbers back now. They still they don't want to drop the point. Zebras all out attacking, looking for that option. Brings it down by Papadimitriou, I think it was. Yes, brilliantly done. Cross comes in from Illich. Devitt tries to bring it down. Still with it, Devitt. Tries to go after the header. Zebras, look at the numbers all behind the ball. Zebras is set up just outside the centre circle, the back line through there. And City just sitting out back and just saying, all right, well, we're just going to get it and clear the ball out. Illich, brilliantly done by the Zebras. Still in possession. Every player is in the attacking half for the Moreland Zebras except for our goalkeeper. Still brought down. McLean getting in there, but can't get the touch of Matai, for Brunswick City. Manages to get control of that one. Quick throw out wide. Comes out, Devitt putting the pressure on. Brilliantly done. Still in possession. Zebras up. Referee's called a free kick there for Brunswick City against Devitt. Quick free kick taken there by Brunswick City. Coming out wide now. Still in possession. Brunswick City with it. Still in the Zebras attacking half. Ball gets linked through. Still trying to put a couple of passes together there. Player going through. Still running through. He's just borderline and just gone straight through the middle of the Zebras defenders there. Not sure how he got through that one, but ball gets cleared. Sort of like the seas parting there for that attacking player. Did you see that, Andrew? Went straight through the middle. Zebras players just peeled away from him, and he got into the 18-yard box. There's no way he should have gotten into that position.
That was George McAlaley there.
McAlaley, there you go.
McAlaley with the attack, but well stopped by the Zebras. And like I said, we are 2-2 still at CV Smith Reserve, Dom.
As Brunswick City bring that ball in, nutmeg there. Tackle comes in, and vicious tackle there. Went up young Maxim Illich with that one. No, throw in. Referee called throw in there. Is it throw in? Yep, it is.
It is, yes.
So throw in.
2-2 listeners, probably about 2 minutes of play to go.
Couple of minutes still left to go.
Yep.
So
yep.
Brunswick City deep in the Zebras' defensive half. As Illich goes to the clearance, but finds a Brunswick City player. Probably needed to just clear it in that occasion. Didn't. Cross comes in. Ball's through. And it's in. Zebras players just marking there. They're complaining there was an offside call, but linesman's going across. Referee's going across. I'm not too sure what the linesman's doing calling there for the referee. If it was an offside, why not just put the flag up?
I'm not sure. It looks like they're not in discussion.
No, they're not.
The referee has. Yeah, the referee's awarded that goal, and it's 3-2.
To Brunswick City.
It is current score on here at CB Smith Reserve. Moreland Zebras 2, Brunswick City 3. What do you make of that, Tom?
Yeah, no, I think we just we switched off a little bit there in that half. The player shouldn't have been up here. Illich needed to clear that ball earlier and get it out of that danger zone. Unfortunately, we didn't. Ball came across and got through the back, unfortunately. Probably last minute of play now as Williams with the ball. Goes back into the middle. Cardamone there linking up with Watson. Watson back out wide to Simioi. Simioi with possession. Turns, comes back in. Having a look at his options there forward. Now switches across. Finds Illich. Illich controls. Gets across in there, Illich. Trying to find a Zebras player. Can't find him. Ball gets flicked in. Still in possession now. Brunswick City. Zebras in attack. Simioi brings the ball down again. Still looking for... No, Watson, sorry. Quick cross comes in and ball is cleared out. Trying to find a safety at the touchline. Still doesn't. Zebras still in possession. Cardamone, I think it is there with the ball. As the referee's putting the whistle to his mouth, but Zebras still attacking. Still in possession. McLean looking for the option forward. Can't get past. And he's holding a great handful of his shirt there, and it's a free kick. I think that time has run out for the Zebras, unfortunately, this week.
I think Johnny McLean there has had a good second half since coming on. I think he's made definitely a difference and an influence. Definitely. And he had a hand there in the second goal there for the Zebras. But I think he shouldn't be too disappointed with his performance since coming on.
Definitely not. So free kick taken there. Crowd whistling, asking for this final whistle. Shouldn't be too far away now. Referee's found a free kick though.
To City, attacking the southern end of the ground. And like I said, we are probably deep in the 4th minute of extra time here. Probably barely more than 30 seconds left.
Definitely not yet. Last minutes of play here, I think.
Just a quick reminder, viewers, of the current scoreline: Moreland Zebras 2, Brunswick City 3. Like I said, probably in the last minute of extra time. Here in the second half, as the ball is currently down the southern end of the ground. Referee does blow the whistle.
Final whistle. So it's all finished here at CB Smith Reserve. Disappointing night for the Zebras as they go down to a late one from Brunswick City. It's Moreland Zebras 2, Brunswick City 3. What do you think of the game, Andrew, as a whole?
Look, from a spectator's point of view, the punters here would have enjoyed the game tonight. The ball was spread around the park. Both teams attacked. You saw some tactical changes through the game. But look, if you're a neutral, you would have enjoyed it. But obviously, from a Zebra's point of view, probably Falstow DMH to be disappointed. Did the defence go to sleep or slacken off there after the second goal? We'll never know. There'll be some discussions in the change room afterwards. But overall, like I said, I thought as a footballing spectacle that it was entertaining.
Yeah, I think you're 100% spot on there, Andrew, with that one there. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our telecast for this evening. Andrew, thank you for joining me in the commentary box here tonight. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for the Zebras' next home game. But from myself, Dominic Montesano, and Andrew, all the best, safe travels home to everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Well, happy March, everyone.